Rumors are that allegedly Dr. Wendy is in big danger. And people are wondering, are the Real Housewives of Potomac fans the reason why? I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about. And it centers around rumors that allegedly Dr. Wendy Osefo may be in big danger. What's going on? And why do some feel that the Real Housewives of Potomac fan base may be the reason? I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more. And here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly Dr. Wendy and her family's safety may be in jeopardy due to crazed fans. A source said, allegedly investigators think that Dr. Wendy's home was targeted by intruders in a very calculating way. They knew when her and her family would be a way to optimize the amount of things they could steal. Also, said the source, some fans pointed out that Dr. Wendy's house could have been maliciously targeted by another crazed fan, one of which publicly displayed her home's address on Twitter while wishing her harm. The address was also allegedly leaked by another crazed fan when comparing Wendy's house to Aneka's home, all of which has put Wendy and her family on high alert. The source continued, things are getting out of hand at Real Housewives of Potomac. This false narrative of trying to paint Wendy as the villain has started to have real-world consequences. It seems Aneka, Gizelle, and Robin's pure hate for Wendy has transferred over to their fan base. For now, Wendy, Eddie, and authorities are taking all necessary precautions to keep their family safe. And both are thankful that their family wasn't at home during the initial invasion. Now, kinfolk, this is some information and that has come across my desk over the last week regarding Wendy and her family's home being targeted and robbed while they were on vacation, I want to say, in Jamaica. Now, the first part of this rumor that I want to dissect, I think is very apparent, and is this. The Real Housewives of Potomac fan base has become extremely toxic, and it has been like that since season 5. When Candace was assaulted by Monique, some of the most vile and vicious things were said about Candace and why she deserved to be brutally attacked. And that's when we had our first initial introduction to how crazed and sometimes even craven the Real Housewives of Potomac fan base could be. And so now we're seeing that Wendy's home was invaded, and seeing some of these tweets that a person put out about them wishing harm on Wendy and wanting her house to burn down and some other crazy and atrocious things that I would not dare repeat here on the channel. And seeing this and seeing that type of behavior applauded, and then seeing Wendy not being protected by her castmates and even producers, goes to show you that the Real Housewives of Potomac fan base has gone too far. And I want to say this. She has gotten a lot of heat over the last couple of weeks since the reunion aired, but it's definitely warranted. I think Gizelle's fan base is probably the fan base who is behind all of this alleged, schemes and plots to make Wendy look bad. And also, I wouldn't be surprised if even some of Robin and Aneka fan bases have gone to the point where they want to wish harm on Wendy simply because their favorites can't take Wendy down. So with that being said, it is very apparent that Real Housewives of Potomac fans have an issue. And the ringleader, in my opinion, and in the eyes of a lot of other people, Gizelle, has to be stopped and has to be taken to the office and given a very stern talk to. That her actions towards Wendy, and also Robin and Aneka's actions towards Wendy, and the fact that the producers are protecting them while they are launching all of these attacks on Wendy and her family, are beginning to have real world consequences. Now, kinfolk, the next thing about this rumor that I think everyone can also agree with, and it piggybacks off the first point, is this. It is past time that Bravo steps in and put a stop to all of this nasty divisiveness at Real Housewives of Potomac. As I was saying earlier, it seems like all of this hate that Gizelle, Robin, and Aneka have for Wendy is starting to have real world consequences. And that is just not safe for anyone on any housewife show or any reality TV show to have to deal with and face when they're simply trying to go to work. And it's even more frustrating because Wendy is trying to go to work, do her job, and Gizelle, Robin, and Ashley, and Nneka are trying to make that extremely hard for her. It is really, really sad that production is allowing this to happen. And that is why it is time for the network to step in. Bravo has seen a lot of lawsuits from former housewives saying that they have created unsafe work environments for their health, for their mental health, and for their physical safety. And with that being said, it is very important that Bravo, who has made a statement that they take the physical health, the mental health, and the safety of their talent very seriously, to step in and make good on that statement. Enough is enough. And I think we have not heard the network say that decisively. And also, when saying enough is enough, they have to also loop in the producers on these shows. Producers have a lot of power when it comes to editing. And they can make any housewife look any way they want them to look. And the fact that they are willing to vilify Wendy and put her family in danger goes to show you how they lack a lot of credibility and restraint. So it has been about time that the network actually steps in and tap production on their hands, so production can tap Gizelle, Robin, Aneka, and Ashley on their hands and tell them to stop. Now, kinfolk, the next part about this rumor that I think that was a lesson learned, I think, for Wendy moving forward is this. I think Wendy has learned a very valuable lesson being a reality TV star, that you cannot overshare with your fan base. You have to be very strategic of how you share certain things and aspects about your life online. And I think whoever broke into her house knew that she was out on spring break vacation because she was with her family, and they were posting almost in real time. And so they gave them an opportunity to really get into her house and just have their way with her home while she was not there and while it was unattended. Now, that still does not cover the fans who leaked Wendy's address on Twitter trying to compare her home to Aneka's home. That was just nasty. And again, the comments that accompanied those pictures were just atrocious. So I think Wendy has learned a very valuable lesson. Sometimes being a reality TV star, you are kind of forced or, pushed to stay engaged with your fan base to keep the metric numbers up and keep them excited about you and your position on a reality TV show or any show, or excited about any project that you might have coming up. And so we have a tendency to probably overshare. And I think from moving forward, Wendy has learned that oversharing can be an issue. And I think for her team, they're going to find more strategic ways to share her life with the fans that is both entertaining, real, and also safe for everyone involved. Now, kinfolk, the last part of this rumor, again, I think we all can, at least all of the Real Housewives of Potomac fans with a mind to think of their own and with some type of compassion, can also all agree on. And it's this. I think everyone with a brain, a heart, compassion, really does wish Wendy and her family well, and are so thankful and glad for Wendy and her family they were not home during this invasion that could have turned left really quick if they were present in their home. And, I really do feel sad for Wendy because she knows, just like Candace, there's nobody on that panel who is going to protect her. And so when things like this happen, I would love to know that anyone called to check up on Wendy. And 9 times out of 10, Candace probably called, Karen probably called, and that's it. And Karen is a long shot. So I would really like to know how many of Wendy's co-stars or cast members kind of reached out to her to see how she and her family were doing. I'm pretty much sure only those two, and Kiana too, if you add her into the mix. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. In seeing everything that's happened to Wendy and her family home being broken into, do you think it was a random attack, or do you think that the vicious fan base played a role in her home being invaded while she was out on vacation? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over in the next one. Peace.